Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. I am here again in my least favorite place in the whole world as of late, Guardians of the Rift, but I'm happy because I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's almost done. Let's see, what are we, 228k XP away? That's not even 5 hours of this. I should be able to get it done today. I am off work, so that's, 5 hours of Guardians of the Rift. I'm not looking forward to it, but I got some YouTube videos, some shows I can catch up on, so I won't complain too much. Not much to say right now. I did just notice, though, I had to drop some blood runes because we have now crafted 16,000 blood runes just since I've started here. Maybe even more, because I have put some in the looting bag. I was putting them in the looting bag before I got the Abyssal Lantern, just because, I had to keep my, runes for NPC contact in the rune pouch, so I couldn't, keep any. So it's going to be more than that, but still, it is nice to know that we're at least going to get some value other than just, the rune crafting levels and then eventually the diary when we boost up for that. So I won't be coming out of here empty-handed, which is nice. Oh, at long last, guys, it is almost over, and I swear, I don't know what it was, but this last 100k XP felt like it took faster than, the previous 400k I did for the level beforehand. I don't know what it was. I'm just so ready to be done, but we finally are, at long last, the end of runecrafting for a good long while. 90 runecraft. We can make soul runes now. I don't even know if that's... I feel like people never... You always hear about blood runecrafting, even though souls are at the same area. I don't know if that's competitive or not. But hey, maybe we can check that out in the future if we want to. But for now, I'm going to finish this game out, and then we are going to go ahead and I think I'm going to have to redo my inventory and die to Hispori again, just to have some free space, because I do think we're going to need to have a full inventory in addition to the +1 or +2 boost we get from the guy in Doria's Khan, and then just teleport to my POH and go to the nature altar. But I don't think it'll be that difficult. I've got my fingers crossed. Of all the things I expected after being done with Guardians of the Rift, I didn't think the thing I would miss most is just having teleport runes. Just being able to go back to my house or like the places I want to be is really, really great. I don't have to run everywhere or use the Ring of the Elements to teleport to the air altar and then run to a tree and then go to my house from there. I can just teleport right there. Oh, it's so great. Just in case any of you guys aren't up to speed about what's going on here, the whole reason I've been doing rune crafting is for the Karumja diary. The last elite task we have is to craft 56 nature runes, which is double nature runes, which requires 91 rune crafting. I only have 90, but if you're not aware, I learned this in one of the leagues. I can't remember if it was Shattered Relics or Trailblazer, but if you talk to this guy, you can... I think if you ask him if he's discovered anything recently, he has a chance to boost your rune crafting and your magic, which he just did, and he boosted it faster than I thought. We got it first try. He gave it to 92. So my plan here, and I didn't restart my run, of course, is to run down to the glider and then glide to Karumja and try and run to the nature altar. I should be able to make it because my Hat of the Eye is attuned with a catalytic tiara, which should work for the nature rune altar. It works in the minigame, at least. It's considered catalytic, so hopefully this will work, because I was not expecting it to this to happen this fast. As you can tell, I was just kind of hoping to recharge the run when I was waiting for it, because I figured I wouldn't get the boost. I'd have to wait for the boost to go away, but it hasn't dissipated yet, so it'll be down to how much I can run when okay, I messed up big time. I saw the glider there and thought that glider was gonna to put us off down there. We probably aren't gonna get this now. Yeah, I have 50 seconds to walk up there and then go down here. Yeah, this is a bust. I seemingly can't get away from speedrunning content, it would appear, but I just made sure I had some extra run energy this time. I knew the path, and I should have 25 seconds to spare here at the end. I'm going to be really embarrassed if this doesn't work. Let's go ahead, craft our rune altars there. 92. Congratulations, you completed all the tasks. Speak to Jackie the Fruit to claim your rewards. It's another elite diary done, guys. Let me double check what I get. I'm pretty sure all that's useful is the lamp, but it's always nice to get a surprise reward here and there. Alright, Jackie the Fruit, I'd like to talk to you about achievement diaries. I've completed all my tasks in the Crumge diary, and guys, this diary is actually a little loaded. There's nothing that's like, like on its own, like one thing that's kind of like, oh, next level insane. But it's lots and lots of stuff. Just reading from the wiki here, we've got the 10% chance of getting double agility tickets in the arena, or in the the agility arena down here, which if I ever want to go for like a recolor or cosmetics or something, that helps. The Shiloh Village Furnace is free. I don't know if we'd ever use that, but hey, there's that. The cart ride is free, can be good for getting around with no money. Free access to the Hardwood Grove, which isn't important, but like there are some clue steps in there, like elite clues, so like it's just a little easier and quicker to get in there. Red dragons, your dig dragons drop noted stuff in Brimhaven Dungeon, not great. Free resurrection per day in the if you're going for a fire cape, which would have been good. I've my Jad log is green in the collection log, so not gonna go into the fight caves anymore, or anytime soon at least. And then double tackle from just the fight caves and fight challenges. Not that super important, but the big ones, of course, the reason we did this is the antique lamp for herb lore. Finally 50k herb lore for 86 herb lore, which we can now make stamina mixes, divine bat. Okay, yeah, the stamina mixes, there's not, we already could make staminas. The main thing is we can now just use Greensman's Ale, which is very easy to buy and boost up to make anti-venoms, which is the main reason I did this. But something that just I was aware of, I just didn't really connect the dots until now, or it didn't dawn on me. We go ahead here and tap on Duradel, and we've got right next to a Slayer Master for Slayer now. That's freaking huge, because I've been using like Neve and Steve still, or just Steve, unfortunately. Well, Steve's all right. Yeah, sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to dog on you like that, but I think we're gonna switch over to Duradel now. It's time to Duradaddy. I've never really used him before in any of my accounts. This is the only real member account I've ever had, other than leagues and stuff. So I think it'll be maybe a decent change of pace. I don't think he has like a widely different task list than anyone else. I just know he gives a little longer tasks, which is probably at the point now where we prefer longer tasks over just constantly switching, because it just means we can stay at the one piece of content for a little bit longer, a little less regearing, and still getting Slayer XP. So I'm excited to try that out in the future. I do really want to get back into Slayer, but I think I want to do at least a little more Zulrah. Just try and get, what am I even going for? Oh, the Serb. I think the Serb helm would be nice. But maybe, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm trying to decide right now, do I want to go right back to Zulrah, or do I want to do Slayer and hopefully see some Black Demons and do my Zenite, but then I'd have to do crafting. I'm probably just going to do Zulrah for a bit at least. Oh, this is not going to be my best Tears of Gothics, but if I can get 200, I will be happy. No! Oh, of course not. I mean, it's not going to matter. I'm recording, so you know what that means when we're at Tears of Gothics, but we have 81 prayer right there. So every prayer level we get is nice now, and we've still got a couple more weeks of prayer before we get some mining. That's another good thing about our trip to Guardians of the Rift, is that we at least got some mining experience up there. Hopefully enough to last us until the D pick gets added to KQ, which they just announced the Winter Summit. I think the date is like December 10th. It's early to mid-December, I know that. And it's November 18th right now, so it could still be a minute. I'm hoping they'll announce, rest of the plan. Obviously, that's going to be like, I think that's kind of like, whatever our plans for the next year. So hopefully we'll get, a somewhat concrete, if not fully concrete, idea of when the Wilderness Updates is going to come out for the D pick. But any information will be happy for me. On a different note, I have been back to Zulrah, if you can't tell. Done about 4 or 5 kills now. It's gone pretty well. Muscle memory took a bit to kick in. I did have to leave 1 kill because I messed up the rotation. And then if I had a prayer pot, I would have been able to pull it off because I had plenty of food, but I didn't want to, I got to the point where it totally reset the rotation, and I was like, it still had like 80 health, and I was like, I don't care. It's just 1 trip, but everything else is going very well. I really like having the anti-venoms. I have so much more food left over. Like, I'm even at the point now where like, I probably can start doing some trips if I go super well where I don't even have to restock food. I can just go back and try again, because I'll only use like 4 or 5 pieces of food and I'll have like, you know, 8 or 9 left over. So definitely enough to last me through some kills. So I think it was worth it to go for that Herbler level. Of course, we didn't need to go, you know, quite as hard as I did just to make these, but it'll be easier if we burn through all of these. Although I think this will last us for quite a bit of Zulrah. I don't imagine we'll be going through all of these supplies anytime soon, but you never know. Hopefully we won't go too dry. I'm over 600 kills. I had to hop worlds here for a second to get the Tears of Guthix, but I think I'm at like 615, something like that, on Zulrah kills, if I can remember how to get to the freaking collection log here. Here's Zulrah, 613. So, of course, Tan's Fang we got pretty early. Onyx is 4. Let's not talk about that. You know, we're still technically above rate for uniques, just for 4 Onyxes and a Tan's Fang. We're just, I got the jar too, that's right. But we're just, you know, none of the ones we want. We want both the Magic Fang and the Serp Visage. Serp Visage, I think the further we get along in the account, the less useful that's going to be than the Magic Fang. I mean, both of these can be, you know, Magic Fang, obviously if we get like, you know, like a ward, or Tumikin's, what is it? You know, the ward is the shield. Tumikin's Shadow is the thing. I don't know if we'll probably won't ever get one of those, but you know, could theoretically be replaced, or like I think maybe a Saying might be better than a normal, you know, Trident upgraded. I don't really know. I'm not super big into Magic, but Serp Visage, you know, debatable for bag space. It is good for poison resistance, and there are quite a few things on the list that I kind of go to immediately after I get the Serp Visage, but none of those are like ongoing things. That's more like, you know, like Pyramid Plunder is on there, going back to Vorkath is on there for a bit. Those are all things that have, you know, like a end, I don't want to say end date, but you know, end goal in mind. It's not just like, you know, we have to kill a bot. Like Zulrah is like, you know, oh, just 50 kills until I get another head. Pyramid Plunder is just until 99, which, you know, could take a while, but that's, you know, a finite end. Also, I don't think I've really focused on, like, you know, lots of levels recently, but we've been inching up closer and closer to 2100 total on the account, which I think would be a nice goal for me to have for like the full end of the year. I'm pretty sure my last video, or my first video of 2022, I think I didn't quite get it before it turned over to New Year's, was getting 2000 total on the account last year. So I think it would be kind of thematic to be able to try and go for that again this year. I've still got like a month and a half, and the levels definitely are getting longer and harder, but I think I should be able to pull out 15 levels with, I mean, attack's gonna happen, maybe certainly a couple defense levels once we go back to Slayer, and then I think between, like, you know, thieving, crafting, maybe some smithing, even though it's kind of high, Giant's Foundry is just like pretty fast and kind of fun. So that's the big goal for this year. Oh, it finally happened, guys. I got some Antidote plus drops from Zulrah, which means I can show off the whole reason I went and did all that crazy Herblore grinding, so we can take care of these. What we need to do for that is not go back to Zulrah. We want to go over to the Lighthouse and then buy some Greenman's Ale. And I think there's another shop that sells these and other ales too. I feel like I discovered that recently, where it's like, oh, there's like a lot of ales you can get, but this is very easy for me because it's right by the Fairy Ring, and then teleport over to the Grand Exchange just so we can decant these. And then, oh, there's going to be some spam here. Ignore any links to scam sites you see. I don't endorse any of these. We just pop our antidotes on the banker, and then we can just do an easy +1 boost, put our Zulrah scales in there, and then we've got all of our anti-venoms and a decent bit of Herblore XP. I guess that's what, like 1200 Herblore experience every time we get an antidote drop, so that's pretty nice. Bang, look at that content. This is what you guys subscribe for, I know it. Well, guys, I tried my best to get caught up and have a video out, you know, before Friday, so I wouldn't miss a full week. But then RuneScape was down for like a day, as I'm sure many of you know. And as you can see, it's been, you know, equivalent of another day, you know, with work before and after that too, since I had last played. So hopefully I'll have one out this Friday after Thanksgiving. Not hopefully, I should. I've got content here, but thankfully, I think there was a rollback. You can see I was not doing anything important at all. I was just in puro. I was actually doing this because it's now Wednesday. The last time I played was on Sunday. I was watching the Bengals game, and I wanted to watch that, but I also wanted, you know, I'm trying to get caught up. I didn't want to just like not play RuneScape at all. So like, oh, puro is pretty, you know, pretty low-key, pretty chill, and I ended up getting, you know, 9 medium clues, so I'm gonna grab one more here right now, and then we'll do a nice little 10 clue opening, and maybe get something exciting for this video. I did see. I think some people did lose. I saw somebody on Reddit today showing that they lost Ranger boots because I guess they'd opened them and they re-rolled and they still had the clue, but they opened it again and they didn't have Ranger boots this time. So thankfully, I don't have to deal with that because I never opened any of mine. Oh, and also I did see for the poll. I can't remember if I voted on this one or not. I don't think I did vote on this one because I don't recognize these questions, but if you did, I think you're supposed to go and make sure it actually, like, you might need to vote again because it is the only 7,000 people have voted, but I think this has been up for a couple days, so I think the results of that got re-rolled, so make sure you guys go out and vote. A little change of scenery here for these clues. I think I'm going to open them in Zenaris. We got a little sheep here. That's number 10 and number 9. And now we're gonna skip to number 1 and see if we got anything good. Oh my, did we get 2 Bandos Stoles? We did. No Ranger boots, but oh boy, we got 2 Bandos Stoles and then some trimmed Addy and D hide, which Future Son will tell you on the screen if those were new or not. Well, I lied. You don't even have to wait for Future Sean because the green D-hide chaps are not new, but the Addy is new and it fully completes the trimmed adamant set. So we've got trimmed Addy gold and trimmed for the Addy armor. Look, wow, at this first page, we actually have the first decent amount done. 55 out of 65 for storable uniques. What is our actual collection log looking like? Because I didn't think we were that close. So there were a couple of things that aren't storable. Clues, mediums, 98 out of 115. So that's still 15, 16, 17. It's saying we don't have. I'm wondering what wouldn't be storable that I don't have collection log? I don't know. The math doesn't seem to add up for me, but I don't know. Figured I would do his Spory kill, seeing as I had a seed, and in case you're curious, the Abyssal Lantern is all I am risking in Zulrah right now. I imagine we'll probably lose that, just statistically speaking, you know, before I go back to Guardians of the Rift. But I figured, you know, it might as well try. There's no reason to just delete it, but yeah, so no bottomless bucket from his Spory, though. Never, ever lucky. And then Poison Ivy seeds are kind of yucky, too. But hey, what are you going to do? Had to use my free revive here to get it, but I got another Zulrah kill down. I was hoping for some luck. Mr. CDNA, shout out to their Ultimate Iron Man. He messaged me here asking about the next video, which is going up in 12 hours. This is this video. Look, you're in it, dude. Congratulations. But yeah, I was hoping for a drop there because we are a little over right now. We should have another unique coming our way. Could be another Onyx, but you know, numbers wise, we should be kind of expecting one. But I'm gonna go to at least 700 kills this video. That'll be the cutoff point for me, because right now it is actually it's not even Thanksgiving anymore for me on East Coast. It's Friday now, so. I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too, whether you celebrate that with family or just, have some good food at your home or, don't celebrate it at all. I just hope you guys had a good day, had some turkey, all the things we love on our Thanksgiving feasts. I'm sorry, that was just an excuse to put the picture of Germa there. I just wanted to do that. But yeah, it was a fun day for me. I actually, for one of the first times in my life, I didn't eat too much food. I kind of feel pretty good now, although I had a funny thought. I'm not like a health nut, but I try to eat well. I try to pay attention to what I put in my body, and I was just sitting here at 11:30 and I was like, somehow after being at my with my relatives and eating food, I didn't manage to eat any vegetables today other than corn, which isn't really a vegetable, even though I think some people do consider it a vegetable. That was just weird to me. So I think I'm gonna have to go make myself microwave some peas or something here at 12:30 in the evening. But hey, that's what you got to do to make sure you get your fruits and vegetables every day. It's good for you kids. Make sure you eat them. Alright, well, I'm going to do something I would never advise anyone do and try and live commentary do Zulrah here to wrap up this episode. But this is where I'm going to call it. This is going to be kill number 700 when we get it. Almost 100 Zulrah killed this episode, and I'm just so happy to be back and not be doing Guardians of the Rift. I really do apologize for doing that, for so long, and for you guys sticking with me. I'm eternally grateful for that. Good content is coming up. Well, I hope you enjoyed some of this video, and good content is definitely coming back next time. We're going right back into Slayer. You might see some demonic gorillas. We're gonna get a 99 attack. I got that planned for next episode, so lots of things are happening here. I'm already messing up a little bit because I'm I'm waffling, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, we're good. We're good. So yeah, hopefully you are looking forward to that as much as I am. It feels like it has been like almost a year since I've traded Slayer, and you know, in reality, it's only been a couple months, but still, that's a long time. Oh gosh, eat up. Make sure I don't die here on the eating phase. Okay. Alright, we're still alive somehow in Zulrah. See, I amaze myself. You can probably hear how frantically I click whenever I'm doing Zulrah still, but I'm just happy, you know, you didn't see it this much, I think I've mentioned it, but just being able to get, you know, multiple trips, in quotes, is not having to, you know, completely restock food and prayer. Well, I have to go back and just use my pool, but then I can just immediately go and run back and, you know, try again. Like you see, I still got some grapes from my last kill in my inventory, so it's really nice, and it just makes for much faster kills. The anti-venoms made for faster kills, and unfortunately it looks like we're not going to get rewarded, and just Zulrah skills and some dragon bones. But yeah, not too bad. I'll go ahead and throw up the loot on the screen now from this little session. Like I said, almost 100 total since I've been back. Mostly I think the best things are going to be the grapes we got, and then the addy bars will be nice whenever I do some Giant's Foundry, either to make it a little easier whenever I go and buy myth stuff, or I can probably maybe get some myth bars together if I were ever to go back to gargoyles, or if we see some gargoyles, you know, in our Slayer tasks next episode. But yeah, that's this amount of cooking XP, in case you were curious. All these grapes we have in the bag. So, you know, cooking XP, not that hard to get, but it's very easy in AFK, so I appreciate that. But if you made it this far, again, thank you so much for watching. I am thankful for all you guys this Thanksgiving season. I hate it when people say that, but, you know, if you watch my videos, I appreciate that, and hopefully you like them. And I just, again, thank you for sticking with me for those boring Guardians of the Rift ones. I promise I'll, like, just do Guardians of the Rift off camera, or like stream it or something, just to try and make some kind of content whenever we inevitably go back to it. But I just, you know, I'd like to try and avoid doing things like that if I can in the future.